Hello everyone and welcome to another exciting edition of Gateway Diary, where we take a closer look at the transformation, innovation and visionary leadership driving progress in Ogun State, the gateway to Nigeria's greatness. I am Victoria Oniaye. Here's what we've lined up for you today. We'll take a look at Governor Abiodun's continuous strides in the housing sector, shining the spotlight on the ongoing President Muhammadu Buhari estate in Kobakwe, Abeokuta. Also, we'll bring you updates on the Magboro-Makogi Road project in Obafemi Owode local government area. Plus, Governor Dapo Abiodun continues to equip Ogun State youths for the future and empower them to become employers of labor, as he was represented by his deputy, Noimot Salako Oyedele, at the launch of Ogun State Job Center and Work Hub across the 3 senatorial districts in the state. Let's begin with our first story. Driven by compassion for his people, commitment to their welfare and a vision to regenerate urban areas, Governor Dapo Abiodun is transforming Ogun State into a place where everyone wants to live, work and play. Despite criticisms, he continues to deliver on his promise by building modern, affordable homes in partnership with the private sector. Having completed over 4,000 housing units across the state, Governor Abiodun is still building more, including the President Muhammadu Buhari estate, which was abandoned by the previous administration.
When Governor Dapo Abiodun assumed office as the 5th elected governor of Ogun State, he didn't come into office looking for titles or praise. He came in with a mission to improve lives and implement meaningful projects that would impact the lives of the good people of Ogun State. For him, if the people are not better off, then the government has not done its job. Since then, his mantra has been the people first. He believes that everything begins and ends with the people. To him, governance is not about grand speeches, it's about putting food on tables, shelters over heads, and hope in hearts.
It's not easy to make a promise and fulfill that promise. It takes the grace of the Almighty God. When you make promises and angels echo it for you and say amen, and God gives you the divine grace to see that promise to fulfillment.
But that's not all. One of Governor Abiodun's standout priorities has been housing. Not just building homes, but building dignity. While some critics say government shouldn't be in the real estate business, for him, profit is not measured in naira and kobo. It's in the smiles of people who now sleep under safe roofs. Since 2019, his administration has delivered more than 4,000 affordable housing units across the state. With these projects, Governor Abiodun is also cleaning up urban areas, reviving long-abandoned projects, and making sure no good idea is left to rot. Take the President Muhammadu Buhari's estate, for example. It's a project initiated by his predecessor, and when Governor Abiodun took office, it was little more than a neglected, fenced-up bushland with crumbling buildings.
This is an estate that we inherited from the previous administration. By the time we assumed office, May 29, 2019, the whole estate was already in litigation. Apparently, a contract was awarded to a company to provide the infrastructure for this place. This is an asset that belongs to the state government. The initiative, we saw it as a noble one, trying to provide more accommodation, particularly in this part of the town, which is not as congested as other parts. And particularly when you look at the landscape of this part of town, it typifies Abeokuta, which means under the rock. When I looked at this estate, I said to myself, this is an estate under the rock, and we must not lose this estate.
As always, where others saw ruins, Governor Abiodun saw opportunity. So instead of abandoning the project, he brought it back to life through a smart public-private partnership initiative. Today, that once forgotten estate boasts 115 modern duplexes, complete with paved roads, working streetlights, and a new lease on life.
We all know that PMB before we came on board, was just a certain service scheme that had no life. But so far so good, this administration has put in place, as of today, 100 duplexes are some completed, about 41 completed and 59 ongoing. By our projection, by the end of December this year, that will be sorted out.
And Governor Abiodun is not stopping there. More homes are rising even as we speak. The State Commissioner for Housing, Jamiu Omoni, has the latest updates and confirms that more families will soon have a place to call their home.
Like my boss said, the proof of concept has been proven by what we have here. And this duplex that we're backing is a better improvement than what we even had in the first system. So we keep improving every day. We keep working towards meeting the demands of our people and surpassing it. And that's why these ones even give more space and more functionality than the earlier ones that were developed. So I'm satisfied because my guys have really done the best, and what we have here can stand in any building worldwide.
Governor Dapo Abiodun has shown that in leadership, numbers matter, but so does the human touch, which includes compassion, care, and a real commitment to making life better for everyone.
Talk about the development of Ogun State. First of all, I want to commend Prince Dapo Abiodun, because I would say he's a governor that knows what he wants to do, and when it comes to power, he executes all what he wants to do. Well, let me talk of housing in Ogun State. I know a lot of people who benefited from the housing package, that naturally they don't even have the mind that they can build a house. Especially I have someone who benefited from that one in Kingside, Diaba. And right now they're living in the house, right now they're landlord in the house, and I know about 2 or 3 people also. So I want to give it to the governor for that. And I know there are a lot of people who also benefited from the housing package, so I want to give it to him in that aspect.
So the administration has actually, opened up Ogun State to economic development. We have never had, all those beautiful buildings, structure-wise in Ogun before now, and I think I'm going to give it to him. He had that vision for new Ogun State with all those, regenerated, housing estate, that abound, whether in Ogun Central, Abeokuta, in Ijebu, in Ilaro, and even, coupled with other infrastructural development like between here to Shagam interchange, I've even lost count of the number of a new industry, that is coming up. And most importantly, we will not be going to Lagos again to fly to Abuja.
And as the state's numbers keep climbing, more jobs, more homes, better roads, the people are smiling too, because they know he is not just a politician, he is one of them, a man who leads with heart. He is Prince Gov Abiodun, the governor who serves the people.
Now let's turn our attention to another story, this time road infrastructure development in Ogun State. Governor Gov Abiodun is staying true to his campaign promise to continue constructing roads across the state until his last day in office. From urban centers to rural communities, construction activities are ongoing across all 20 local government areas of the state, with tractors and heavy equipment hard at work. One of the latest projects is the 8.17-kilometer Magboro-Makogi Road in Obafemi-Owode local government area. Beyond improving connectivity, this road also contributes significantly to the state's food security and internally generated revenue. Our team visited the site and filed this report.
Once upon a time in Ogun State, the question on everybody's lips was what is being done about our roads. However, today that question no longer holds water, because if you live in Ogun State or do business there, or even visit once in a while, you can see it with your own eyes that the difference is clear. While it is fair to demand more from the government, it would be sheer unfairness to say nothing is being done in road infrastructure across the state. Under the watch of Prince Gov Abiodun, only those blinded by bias would say the roads have not changed. Yes, there is more to be done because development never truly ends. But to deny what is on ground is to play politics with progress and forget too quickly the precarious situation the governor met on ground when he assumed office. Before 2019, driving on some roads was a nightmare. Potholes large enough to swallow dreams, flooded streets, and frustrated investors were packing up and leaving the state. It was indeed a dark chapter for the state.
We give those promises because we appreciate the fact that we are only in this office and holding this office in trust by the grace of God and by the vote of those people who lined up at the polls to vote for the needed change of the state. And that change, I'm glad we have continued to witness in the last 5 years.
But that story has been rewritten. Under Governor Gov Abiodun's administration, over 1,500 kilometers of roads, both state, federal, township and rural, have been constructed, linking communities across all the 20 local government areas of the state. It is progress with purpose and development that touches lives where it matters most. Take the Makogi-Magboro Road in Obafemi-Owode local government, for instance. The road was once a symbol of frustration, but today it's a corridor of hope for the people. For easy execution, the project was divided into 5 sections, 2 already completed, each with durable drainage system.
The road is Magboro-Makogi Road. Reconstruction of Magboro Road. That's actually the name of the project. 8.17 kilometers. That's the entire length of the road. So section 2 and 3 has been completed. We are on section 4, and they are constructing the drain. And as you can see, we are preparing our base course for installation of paving stones.
Residents can finally breathe a sigh of relief. It's a final solution to the long years of hardship and horror using the road. They believe that Governor Abiodun has shown that infrastructure is about empathy, understanding the people's pain, and giving them something priceless and renewing their faith in governance.
Honestly, I'm so happy. Our Excellency is doing fine for us because he promised when he was here last time, which he did, and he fulfilled his promise, and I'm so happy for that.
We are highly elated when they started this work. We have been suffering from a bad road between here and the express for us to go to Lagos. But when we just saw that the contractor came to come and start work, in fact, every resident was so happy to the extent that, yes, the solution to our transportation has come.
We want to say a big thank you to Ogun State government, especially the Governor, Prince Dr. Abiodun, for remembering us in Makogi here. So we are very happy. Makogi-Magboro Road, it's about 7.87 kilometers. So
it was so bad. Even many vehicles have been running away from this road. But now, we thank God and we thank our Governor, Dr. Abiodun, that remember us at this time.
From neglected neighborhoods to bustling commercial nerve centers, this is transformation at its best. That's because Governor Abiodun is building with purpose, and he's not just making promises, but bringing them to reality.
Just before we go, in a bold move to eliminate youth unemployment in Ogun State, Governor Dr. Abiodun is not only creating jobs, but transforming Ogun youth into employers of labor. While his administration's policies continue to attract investors and create employment opportunities, Governor Abiodun is going a step further by building tomorrow's industry leaders. His latest initiative to achieve this vision is the establishment of job centers and work hubs across the 3 senatorial districts of the state, supported by the World Bank and the German government through Ogun State Economic Transformation Project. At the launch of the centers, Governor Abiodun, represented by his deputy, Noimat Salako Oyedele, described the initiative as a platform where effort meets opportunity for growth.
In the world we live in today, the future is no longer something far away. It is already here with us. Artificial intelligence now drives almost every sector of the global economy, from healthcare to engineering, education to manufacturing. Innovation is powering the industry. Science is rewriting the rules of human living, and in this new world, governance is not about lofty ideals. Rather, it is about innovation, creativity, and leadership that think outside the box. In this fast-paced era, degrees and titles are no longer enough. The real currency of tomorrow is skills and practical knowledge that solve problems, create jobs, and make life better for others. However, A society that fails to prepare for that tomorrow may be considered docile, and that's why Governor Dapo Abiodun is not leaving anything to chance. Since assuming office in 2019, Governor Abiodun's administration has been on a mission not just to build leaders for tomorrow, but to nurture generations of innovators, thinkers, and builders for the future. His approach is simple. The state needs to empower the youth, and the future will empower itself.
As a government and people, we understand that to build a better Nigeria, we must establish a solid foundation for our youth. We must give them due consideration. It's important and crucial for us to celebrate them because they are a vital segment of our population. In recognition of this positive energy and quality, we have prioritized youth welfare in our Greek development. You appreciate that under our share development agenda, A represents Agric and Y represents youth development and job creation.
Governor Abiodun is fully aware of the immense potential of the youth population of the state. He has woven youth empowerment into the fabric of his Ishaya development agenda, seeing the young not as a challenge but as a blessing on the state, waiting to bloom. From agriculture to technology, education to entrepreneurship, the Abiodun administration in Ogun State has been intentional, turning opportunities into stepping stones for young minds in the state. In the agric sector, thousands of youths have received funding, training, and input support to turn their dreams into reality, while in the technology sector, the establishment of the Ogun Tech Hub and the federal government-supported Tech Park are equipping young innovators with tools for the digital future. In education, the government's massive investment in infrastructure, especially in technical colleges, is building minds of progress across the state. But Governor Abiodun is not just creating jobs, he is building employers and dreamers who can light the path for others. The launch of the Ogun State Job Center and Work Hub is another groundbreaking initiative from the stable of Governor Dapo Abiodun, and it is set to change the employment narrative across the 3 senatorial districts of the state. All these centers, young people and professionals now access hands-on training in modern skills, borrow state-of-the-art equipment, and receive mentorship that helps turn ideas into enterprises. Representing the governor at the launch, Deputy Governor Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele joined development partners, monarchs, and civil society members to witness the dawn of a new era in youth empowerment across Ogun State.
Job Center also has an integrated work hub where equipment could be borrowed, used, and I'm happy to note that Oakster provided the equipment at the work hub.
Governor Abiodun emphasized that the Job Center is more than a government project. It is a promise to create platforms where every hardworking youth can rise, where commitment meets reward, and where tomorrow's leaders can take their first bold steps today.
Innovation is the process by which organizations transform ideas into improved products, services, or processes in order to advance, compete, and differentiate themselves successfully in the marketplace. This is precisely what we are enabling here, a system that transforms ideas into income and potential into productivity.
Through initiatives like this, Ogun State has joined the Global League of Regions that prioritize youth inclusion and innovation.
Let it be clear that this center is not just for job seekers. It is a home for dreamers, innovators, and creators. Whether you're a fresh graduate taking your first step, an experienced professional seeking new pathways, on artisan refining your craft. This center is your gateway to possibilities.
As the ribbon was cut, it marked the opening of minds, the unlocking of dreams, and the writing of a new chapter in Ogun State's journey. A chapter where Governor Gov Abiodun continues to transform Ogun State, not only as an industrial hub, but as a breeding ground for new ideas, new industries, and new possibilities. That's because here in Ogun, the future isn't just coming, it's already being built.
And that's it for this edition of Gateway Diary. Thank you for watching and for joining us on this inspiring journey of progress, innovation, and transformation in Ogun State. Until next time, I am Victoria Oniaye, reminding you to keep believing in the Gateway dream.